I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the London Black Knights. Twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there on 3rd down.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easy.
And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Black Knights 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Here's a give to Lindsey. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
At the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Clark brought it down. No gain on the play.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Black Knights, nothing.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jalen Phillips in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jackson. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, 29 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Black Knights nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Flushed out right. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's all I need, baby. That's all I need.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. For a Ravens touchdown. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
21. Black Knights, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Lindsey. Well, now Lindsey lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one, 31 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0.
28, Black Knights, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And at the 25-yard line, they'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
43-yard line.
Watch 36 to Mike. Watch the curve.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Watch 36 to Mike. And let's get this.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going with Lindsey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A 7-yard gain. And a London 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch 36 to Mike.
And they give this time to the tailback. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A give running right, Lindsey. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Let's get off the field. Black shot. 36. Now watch one. Switch. 97.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Don't get nervous. Mike, nice, sweetheart. Mike 8. Let's set a tone. Set a tone. Mike 8.
Jackson now.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Very nicely done there on the reception. And what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And this time, Jackson will throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
They said begin.